Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gonna be on another hunt. This time gonna be looking at a collection. Probably not gonna buy the whole collection because it's 3,000 books, and I don't know, who knows, maybe that might be an option to buy the whole entire collection. I saw some of the books. There's some big books in this one. There's a Hulk 181, I believe, and some others. So we're gonna see what this collection has. Hopefully they let me video record. If not, I'll be right back and update on what ended up happening. So see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, that was that was super interesting. I got there. It's late in the afternoon because I had to go after lunch. I got there and the house is just packed with stuff. He wouldn't let anybody in the garage, so he brought out stacks of books, one stack at a time. So it was a lot of work for him. He's an older gentleman, and I had competition. I wasn't there by myself. There was another guy that was there, came exact same time as me, wanted to look through the collection as well. So while the seller was in the house pulling out books, I talked to the other guy buying, and I was like, "What are you looking for?" And he said X-Men. I was like, "Hey, I'm willing to give you all the X-Men if you can give me Fantastic Four and Spider-Man," which I thought I was doing the right thing, which was a deal. And he said, okay. So that's what we did. But what ended up happening was everything that the seller brought out was, a lot of it was X-Men related, and a lot of the keys were all X-Men related. So I was like, So he ended up bringing out like X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 129, which is first Kitty Pryde, first Emma Frost. Oh, so bummed I had to give that one up. Also brought out Amazing Adventures number 11, First Furry Beast. Saw some Silver X-Men, Silver Age X-Men, like the first Havoc in costume. I was so bummed. I was like, I had to give them all up, and all I ended up, well, you guys will see what I ended up getting. Nothing near that good that the X-Men collector got. So we will show you guys the books that I got in a little bit. All right, I'm back, and it's a couple days later after visiting the seller and picking up some. I did end up picking up some books, like I mentioned earlier. So let's show some of the books I ended up getting. This stack here got about 23 books. It came out to exactly $150. So I picked these up for $150, which I think is a pretty good deal. So let's start showing them. So the first couple books are Marvel Premiere. So that's the first nice one right there. This seller pretty much had everything in runs, which is awesome. So perfect way to fill up some of those nice gaps that you have in your run. So I have a couple of Marvel Premiere, so it's nice to pick up some of these. Here's number 5. Love those Doctor Strange covers. Let's set those off to the side here. And then I picked up number 4. 9. Sorry, so I got that one out of order. So those are the Marvel Premieres. And then, so I also picked up some Marvel Team Up, which was, that one's number 9, Spider-Man versus Iron Man. Number 8, Spider-Man versus Cat. I really like this series too. I like the artwork. I like the characters. Number 7, Spider-Man versus Thor. So I did end up getting Spider-Man, which I got what I wanted, right? Originally, like I said in the previous clip, I agreed with the competition that he was going to get X-Men and I was going to get Spider-Man. So I did end up getting Spider-Man. Number 6, oops, Spider-Man versus Thing. Let's get to the next stack. And then I got number 5, Spider-Man versus Vision. I like this one. This was probably my favorite out of the group. Spider-Man versus X-Men. I've been looking for a copy like this. It's low grade. Most of these are probably like mid to low grade. Some of them are, you know, they range probably like 4.0 to 7.0. All of them range about that. And I got number 2, Spider-Man versus Human Torch. So that's all of the Marvel team-ups. And the next series that I got a couple books for is Daredevil, Silver Age. So he did have a decent amount of Silver Age. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, when I got there, he only had maybe about 120 to 150 total comics laid out in stacks. And me and another potential buyer were just able to look through those stacks, nothing else. But pretty much everything was silver and bronze, which these are some good quality books, don't get me wrong. I love the series. Silver Age, Daredevil, these books look really good condition too. Probably mid-grade, but the colors really pop on them. Seems like he really kept them out of the light and the sun, so he put them away in boxes. So that's number 61. And then I got number 60. Super deep reds. Awesome covers too. That's number 60. This is number 55. Love that one. That's my favorite out of that short run that I got for that series there. So there's three silver Daredevil, which I'm super happy about. Not bad, right? This is 23 comics total for 150 bucks. I mean, I'm gonna do that all day long. Here's something I've never seen before. It looks like a reprint of the Fantastic Four Doom cover, but it's not of the main series. So I'm not familiar with this too much, but I saw it and I had to pick it up. It's number 31. And it looks like it's score bound, but these are in pretty good shape. This one, number 30. Those are pretty nice. So like I mentioned in the other clip, Fantastic Four and Spider-Man is what I got. So these are my Fantastic Four. So I got number 151, 150. So those are pretty nice. And I also got 149. And then I got 148. And last one of this haul for this trip was one Silver Age Fantastic Four number 61. So again, guys, 23 books for 150. I can't even do the math in my head, but that's a pretty good deal for those Silver and Bronze Age books. I feel like I was a little bit timid, a little bit considerate for the other person when I said, hey, let's split up. It should have been, you know, whoever gets what's first gets it. And if I did that, I would have picked up some more pretty good keys, including like a lot of those ones. But I really believe in karma. And guess what, guys? Karma did happen to me, and the seller actually called me. He messaged me and he said to come back the next day. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got the next day when I did come back. So let's get into these stacks now. Well, this is a much larger stack. I'm so happy that it is because it's much better quality books when I came back the second time. Just to give you guys an idea of how it worked the second time, it was no longer 5 or 6 stacks of books that you can look through and know more. What ended up happening was he already had 5 long boxes out when I got there. So the reason I was able to come back is we messaged each other, and he mentioned that he was only going to deal with a couple of buyers that have already bought from him that were flexible and that seemed like they weren't going to be, you know, wasting his time. So I ended up to be one of 2 people that ended up coming back, that's insane to be able to be one of 2 people to come back. And I wasn't even the one that spent the most. I only spent $150. The other guy spent way more than me, and he got to come back. So we met at the same time, got there and got to look, and was not rushed or anything, and I had to worry about other people coming in. So we got to pick what we wanted, and then we would then negotiate the price afterwards. So just to give you guys an idea, these are 32 total books that I got in this stack, and this one came out to $320, so $10 a book. Just to give you an idea of what the price I paid is $10 a book. So let's get into it. So the first is I saw a series that I wanted, which is Daredevil. This is the Frank Miller run. It's 187, 182. That's an awesome one right there. 179. That's a classic one right there. 172. 175. I mean, who doesn't love this run right here? Sorry, I'm like bouncing a little bit around. This is 183. The reason I put it back there was because I felt like that was a classic cover. First time Punisher meets with Daredevil. And then here's a key out of that run. Death of Elektra, which is 181. Awesome. These are all in amazing shape too. He had these bagged and boarded. Forgot to mention, everything that you saw prior in the prior clip, none of those were bagged and boarded. So anything that you see that's in the Silver Age, none of it was bagged and boarded. They were all in long boxes, just no bag, no board, which is crazy. Okay, so that was the bronze Frank Miller Daredevil series. So the next one up, I got a couple of these. Let me put this to this side actually. Got a couple of these. This is Supervillain Team Up number 2. Thought this is a cool series, so I just got 2 books from that series, number 1 and number 2. Love that cover with Dr. Doom. Okay, the next one, I had to throw in some DC in there. Detective Comics 388. And love this one, 365. Both Joker covers, which was awesome. Saw those, I had to pick those up. Okay, so the next series I saw, he had pretty much the whole run of this, was Miss Marvel. So I had to pick up some of the keys, which is, this is number 18, first full appearance of Mystique. Also had to pick up the cameo. Again guys, $10 each on these ones. And then of course number 1 was in there, so I had to take that one home, of course. I mean, much better than the first one, right guys? The rest of these Bronze Age books I was super happy to have. Spider-Woman number 1, love that cover. So the next one is a series that I was like, I have to pick up these classic Captain America books. So that's a Kirby cover, that's 193, love that cover. And then we're gonna jump over to the Silver Age. This is actually one of my favorite covers of this of the run, 112. So that one, if you can see the colors, they just look amazing on this, on all of these Silver Age books. So this is Steranko cover, 111. Love that one. These are in decent shape. I would say about 5.0 to 6.0. Number 110, Hulk on that cover. So, like I said, Silver Age cap, had to take those. And then classic Kirby 109 and 108. That's Kirby greatness for you right there. So that's it for the Captain America. And then now we're going to jump to, this is the only Fantastic Four I picked up from that run, which is Giant Size Fantastic Four number 4. I really like this cover. I actually didn't even know that this was a significant book, but I ended up finding out this is the first appearance of Multiple Man, which I found out after I took it home already, which I was super hyped about when I found out that that's a significant key. So that's the first Multiple Man, which is awesome. And now we jump to Thor. So we got some Silver Age Thor in there. 169, I believe that's this one, and 168 is the origin of Galactus. I mean, who doesn't love those? And then I have 166, which is I think the second appearance of Adam Warlock, him. That's 166. And here is 165. This one was in there too. I was so happy to see this in there. 165, decent shape. I'd say about 4.5 to a 5.0. So I don't have that in my PC, so that one's staying with me. Super happy about that. Told you guys this. I mean, the quality of these books were insane. I'll probably go again if he messages me again. I'm just waiting on deck to see if he'll message me again, and I'll come back. I mean, if you guys can see that there was so many in there, it was tons, and I haven't seen everything yet. So here is the next sweet book that I picked up. This is Marvel Premiere number 2. Here's Adam Warlock appearance 2. I got number 1, which I think is the first Adam Warlock. So there you go on Marvel Premiere. I got number 2 and number 1. So we jumped to DC. I saw this in there. I was like, oh man, I had to pick that up. DC Comics Presents number 26, which is the first appearance of New Teen Titans. Love that one. Super awesome cover. And guess what was with that inside the same box? DC Comics Presents number 47. First appearance of He-Man and Skeletor in comics. Super happy about this. These are pretty high grade too. I would say 7.5 to 8.0. Pretty sure that would be up there. So, I mean, for DC books, that was a huge find. And this is out in the wild, guys. This is something that you just kind of like fall into. I mean, I'm not gonna say how I found it, but it was definitely something that you had to drop everything and go if you hear about it. So the next books I have, Luke Cage, Hero for Hire number 2. This is the second appearance of Luke Cage. Getting to the last couple ones, guys, and of course, number 1, because they're all in a run. Found first appearance of Luke Cage in there, number 1. Low grade though, but still, reader copy, super happy to have it. First time I'm finding it in the wild, first time I'm having it in my collection, so super happy about that. And the very last book I found, I'm super happy about. Nothing crazy, but it is Amazing Spider-Man number 122, is The Death of the Green Goblin. And that is the whole stack. That's 32 books, which I paid $320, $10 a book. Just to give you guys an idea, the first time I went there, I was thinking about buying the whole collection, but this gentleman was an old school collector. He wanted way too much for his books, but I'm super happy to be able to pick up these books. I feel like good karma followed me and allowed me to come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel. There's going to be more hunts that I go on. I've been going on a lot more hunts lately, so there's gonna be more content on the hunts. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't yet. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later and take care.